Good afternoon from New York. This is live and so imperfect. But I think there's value in imperfection. And the subject today is about striving to attain what's impossible and appreciating what's less than perfect, in essence. And all of this related to your inner mind communication. Okay. Also, it's about blessings, and the importance of blessings, which to a lot of people is whistling in the wind, you know. So, so it really isn't just whistling in the wind. It's encouraging people and bringing us to a comfortable place from which to grow. And one one um, blessing I particularly like. I liked it so much that I put it to music in my head, and not that I write music. I put it to a tune so I wouldn't forget it. And it goes like this. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Yeah, it's beautiful, and it brings us to a comfortable point from which we can grow. And that's important in communication, where we find common ground. That common ground is where we're both comfortable. Both people, or all the people, if you can handle that, are comfortable. And the point at which their understanding, however perfect or imperfect, is at that moment in time. So you find that common ground, and then you can build. And it's the same thing inside yourself. You have to find your comfort zone and expand that. It's just like going to the gym. You don't go in as out of shape as I am and try to lift a big heavy dumbbell. Uh, so you start from where everybody is comfortable, and you work from there, and you don't be too attached to what you believe. I think one-on-one communications helps with that. But don't be too attached to what you believe. It's not you. And if you find out you're wrong, it's a blessing. If you're wrong, it's a chance to grow. So It's not a slam against you. It's an opportunity to grow. And uh, it's something that you have to love in yourself. What you believe is not the same as who you are. And that's part of the Mystic Path's realization program journey is to realize we are not what we believe. And the world is not exactly what we believe. And that we can learn more about who we are and what the world is and who we are together and who other people are. And so that our beliefs can grow. I'm very concerned that we're losing some of this in our society. Yeah. Even, a lot of people want to take, their level. Maybe they're more enlightened, but you don't jam it down somebody's throat. You try to um, find a way to meet them at a point of convergence of where you're both comfortable and try to reason from there, not being too attached to what you think so that you're going in just to push your idea. And after all, any idea can be wrong. So, in some way or to some degree, I mean, some of the most incredible and useful scientific discoveries or theories are still useful and true to that extent. But at some point, they fail. We need more understanding. That's important. This is all something that, if you think about it, you go, well, I already knew that. But the problem is we often don't do those things. That point at which you understand what I'm saying is, that beautiful you, that imperfect, beautiful you. Um, why do I say it's so beautiful? Well, it's without imperfection. Where's the love? Love needs to be able to flow, and we can grow in our perfection over time if we practice love. When I talk about empathies, it sounds complicated to some people. What is objective, compassionate, and creative empathy? Well, it's forms of love using those skills or abilities. And are we perfect in doing those things? No. There's but are ideals important? Yeah. Even though it's impossible, even though it's just never going to happen, or the likelihood is 0.0000000%. You know, I didn't give a one. 0.00001. Um, it's still important, and that's in the Bodhisattva vow. It's I believe this was Japanese, Shujo Muin Seigando, Bono Mujin Seigandam, Homon Murio Seigangaku, Utsudo Mujo Seiganjo. It's interesting that the last vow is to become, even though it's impossible to strive to uh, be totally enlightened, to be the Buddha. And it mentions three things. It says, though the gates of understanding are innumerable, I vow to enter them all. And although the number of sentient beings in the universe are, just unthinkably large, I vow to save them all. And though the deluding passions are inexhaustible, I vow to exhaust them all. Well, are you going to do those things? No. Is anybody capable of doing all those things? Probably not. But you have to lift up your eyes to the horizon to find your way. You can't just look at your feet. Yeah, you've already achieved where your feet are. But to go where you're wanting to go, lift your eyes to the horizon. And the horizon, you'll never get there. But you will make progress in your journey. So this is my message today. I've decided to try and make my messages more concise and more understandable, which is a never-ending struggle. And I hope that you yourself will find your mystic path, your path toward greater empathy and awareness in your own way. But for those interested, I have a six-pointed approach to that, which I talk about from time to time, and gave a demonstration about it at one point. And it's a lot of old news put together into new news. Sometimes the ordinary things that we overlook, when we put them together, become very important and something new. But you also have to remember that there's some wisdom to the statement that there's nothing new under the sun. Because, after all, past, present, and future, that's a perspective. If you could step back far enough, could attach more to a memory of the past and to a realization of the future, your sense of present would increase. And in that sense, nothing is new. Not for you, but that's all relative. Even then, something might be new to you. Yeah. And you never know. It's just these things were new to me. Some of them, even though they were put together from old stuff. in some cases. Some old stuff that I was not aware of until later. Going, oh, people already had that bit. Uh, yeah, but how do I know that somebody somewhere else doesn't have something better or looks upon my enlightenments as gee duh. So you're allowed to meet people like that. It's good to keep yourself humble. And I don't promote that the only thing you do is look within. That's not the mystic path. The true mystic path is to look within and without, and to understand that the two are somewhat of an illusion. They are connected, very intimately connected. And progress within yourself can lead to progress outside of yourself. Things that you do externally with other people. The things that you do externally with other people can educate your own internal process. So it's all together. It's all one, which reminds me of the joke about what does the Zen Buddhists say at the hot dog stand, make me one with everything. Um, that joke rather ignores that in Buddhism, I think they tend toward vegetarianism, although they can eat meat if they didn't kill it. That's the last thing that I heard. You cannot kill, but if it's already dead, you know, there's a lot of things that people say, and there's always another way to say it, and always a better way, probably. So if you've got a better way to say what I'm saying, be sure to jump on in there in the comments. Even if you tune in late to this, and yeah, say what you got to say or ask questions. You can disagree with me, but be nice, or I'll delete it. I ain't got time in the day, go round and round with someone that's not trying to find that common ground, or who's disrespectful. I respect you, and people who don't respect you back, well, maybe you should find someone who does. Because sometimes it's not a situation you step into in which you are capable of handling it. If you can handle it, go for it. But if you can't, there's somebody out there that you can bless who can also bless you. So the Buddha said if you can't find somebody uh, equal to or better than yourself, uh, walk alone. But even that has a bit of a flaw because, gee, if I'm not equal to someone, uh, they won't walk with me. I think it's more of a matter of attitude and openness. If I'm walking along with someone who understands more than I do or is apt to, I listen. I try to learn. I don't actively try to disagree with them unless I really do, and then I might ask questions like, "How can that be? I perceive things to be like this. Do you disagree with that?" You know, there are ways to ask questions that help people find common ground, and asking questions is often much more productive than trying to one up people in a debate. Uh, Definitely, especially if you want other people to be convinced of what you're saying. So the point there is always respect the other person. Questions are extremely valuable. Imperfection is to be loved and helped. And it's an honor, it's an opportunity to give love, to give what your understanding is. Someone asks you directions on the street, and it's an opportunity. You know, it's something to be glad to do, because it's not about who gives or receives the love. It's about the flow of it, making sure that there's flow there. And you can almost bet that if you're helping somebody who can't do anything for you, that in one way or another, um, that's going to still flow past that person, or because of that person, or through that person. So be happy with that. And so I think that's enough said for today. And I'll wrap this up with my favorite word, namaste, which again means an honoring of that potential for love flow and greater love flow that we all share, and that oneness with the universe, the mysterious universe that we are all a part of. It's an honoring from that perspective and that capacity to the same perspective and capacity in the other person. So may all that's loving and dear and helpful to the flow of love in me and you find mutual respect and honor. And I would like to honor that in you now. Namaste. And have a good day, y'all. In fact, make a good day. I know you can.